What's up, everybody? It's the one and only ClutchGoneShoot, and today I have another build video for you guys. Now, today I want to show you guys my new spotter build. I showed you guys a different version of this build a while back on my YouTube channel, but today I want to show you a newer version that I'm using, that I've been using for a while. I just wanted to update you guys on the build so you can see updated version, obviously. But first things first, let's get into it. So off rip, we are using the technician as our specialization. We're only using this because we have to use the mod for spotter. Now, if you don't know what that is, I'll quickly go to it, and that is this right here, linked laser pointer. You get that from having technician unlocked. So for this build to work, you need this mod. Now for the gun, we are using the Carbine 7. The Carbine 7 is actually really nice. I like it better than the FAL and the Police M4 just because it does a little bit more damage in my opinion. But so quickly, let me show you guys my Police M4. Now when I use this build, the same version with the Police M4, it hit for a lot less. That you can see, obviously, it does a little bit less damage, but I like the police. I mean, I like the Carbine 7 just better. It's a better feel for me right now for this build. You cannot use the FAMAS. For this build to work, you cannot use the FAMAS because the FAMAS doesn't have a long underbarrel. If you guys don't know what that is, let me quickly go down to the bottom right here. So you see where it says long underbarrel rail, it has to be long. Now for the FAMAS has a short underbarrel, so you cannot use that gun for a spotter build. But you can use the FAL. So let me show you the FAL. FAL has a long underbarrel, and you can use the Police M4. Those are the only three. You can use the black market, but these are the only three that I would use. But I'm only using Carbine 7. Now for the Carbine 7, we have damage targets out of cover and synced, and show you the mods. I have crit chance on the scope, crit chance on the muzzle, and then for the underbarrel, I have a linked laser pointer. And for the mag, you have a plus 20 extended. For the secondary, we're using Nemesis, obviously, because we love it. I love the gun. I will always use it. If you guys don't know, I like sniping. Pistol, I'm just using a Car 45 with a sync on it. I need to max it out, which I will actually. Now we're using the Coyote's mask because it works as for yourself and for your team. So when you shoot somebody in 0 to 15 meters, you get 25% critical hit damage, and that applies to all three of your other teammates. So it's definitely a good team piece to run for your build for sure. Now on this piece, we have crit hit damage on the mod 11.9. You have a 12. That's even better. I don't have one for that. For my chest piece, we are running a Fenris chest piece with weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage mod, and spotter on it. You only need one piece Fenris just to get that plus 10% assault rifle damage, which is definitely nice to run, to have, just to do a little bit more damage. So this Fenris is definitely nice. For my holster, we are running a Grupo holster. We only want to run one piece of Grupo just to get that plus 15% crit damage. Now on this piece, we have crit damage, crit chance, and armor. We're on the core attribute. You want to switch it up a little bit. You don't want to be too tanky, and you don't want to be too much of a full reds. It's just a no-go. For my knee pads, we are running Fox Prayers. Now for Fox Prayers, we have crit damage on that third attribute, the second attribute. Then we have armor rolled on the core attribute. You want a little bit more armor to help. Now we only want to run one Overlord piece, obviously, just because of the damage targets of the cover. That's all you need. Now the same thing applies to the contract. We only want to run this because of the damage to armor. It's nice to have. Now for this piece, we have crit damage rolled on the second attribute, and we have armor rolled on a core attribute again. This is basically the same pieces from here and here are the exact same. Now for my backpack, we are running a Seska backpack because we get that plus 10% crit hit chance. We want to be 60. We want to be capped at 60% crit chance on every one of our builds. A lot of people don't care about maxing out the crit chance. We do. We care about it because then we do more damage. They wonder why they don't get a kill. Now for the attributes, we're running crit chance, crit damage, a crit chance mod because we want to hit that cap at 60%. And we have vigilance on our talent. Vigilance is nice because you have you get plus 25% weapon damage when you're shooting somebody. but it is debuffed when you get shot. So if I run up to you and shoot you in the back, you're already at a debuff for 4 seconds, which means you have to run around or just immediately shred them. But that's okay if you get debuffed because you have spotter. Spotter will help you get past those enemies. Now for our skills, we are using a shield, just a regular shield. It's a Crusader shield with, I'll show you my mods quickly that I have on it. I have a 4.9 shield health mod and then a 5% damage bonus per target and a 4.5 shield health. You can use whatever mods you want for your any skills that you use. Totally up to you. Now I'm running a decoy as well. Switch the I'm only using a decoy if we are fighting a server. If we're fighting people like shotgunners, anything like that, I try to use a sticky or a disruptor just to get them off balance a little bit. But like I said, skills are totally up to you guys. Use what you feel comfortable with using. If you want to use a hive, use a hive. Whatever you want to use what you're comfortable with. Exact same thing applies for the build. Now, if you don't have the exact same pieces I have, no worries. Use what you have. So if you have let's say you have a Grupo backpack with Vigilance, then use it. And let's say you only have a Seska chest piece with Spotter, use it like that. You don't have to have the exact same pieces that I'm. For the weapons, you can use what you want as well. Totally up to you guys. Now, when we take a first glance of our weapon stats, it's decent, but it's not where we're going to be doing all our damage. All our damage is going to come after the fact. But off looks, we have 60 crit chance, 155 crit damage, which is nice. But then let's look at all our total weapon damage and all our damage applied afterwards. Okay, so as you can see, our all weapon damage bonus is at 55%. Now let's quickly go down to our assault rifle damage, 40%. So you add that together, 55 plus another 40, that's 95% weapon damage from just for your assault rifle, which is nice to have. Now that's not counting our other talents and perks that we're using. Now let me quickly show you guys what I mean by that. So remember when I showed you and talked to you guys about InSync, the same thing applies for InSync. Now when you're shooting someone with InSync, all you have to do is pull out your shield, shoot somebody, and you get plus 30% weapon damage just off pulling out your shield. That's why everybody uses a shield in the DZ, which is annoying. But so like I said before, we have that 90% all weapon damage bonus. Now, if you add another 30 to that, that's 120 all weapon damage just from this build. Now, we're not taking into consideration our vigilance buff. Now, we got another vigilance buff, which is another 25. So we have altogether, we have 145% all weapon damage bonus for just this build. If you want to shred people, this build will do it. You will shred everybody as long as you are using it correctly. You're playing to your play style, you're playing the right way, smart way, then this build will shred everybody. Now, as you can see, that 155 crit damage, that's just our base stats. Now, when you're shooting someone, you got to think about the coyotes, because if you're shooting someone up close, that's another 25, and that's just insane. If you were to shoot somebody within 0 to 15 meters, which we normally do, you would have 180% crit damage just from shooting someone. But like I said, the build works as long as you know how to use it and you're playing to just push people, melt people. It will do a lot of damage. If you want to see me use this build live in action, make sure to stop by the stream on Thursday through Sunday. I stream at 6 p.m. So if you guys want to stop by, just check it out. And I hope you guys liked the build. If you did, make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Make sure you share the video and comment down below if you have any questions. It's ClutchGoneShoot, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.